All right. Welcome to Vikas Web channel. My name is Vikas and I'm here back again with another video. And this video is also requested by some of my users. So the idea or the concept that I'm going to show you in this video is how to deal with parents props and function from children in React. Okay, that's all. So that is the main thing that I'm going to show you in this video using React project with TypeScript. And if that sounds cool and if that's what you are looking for, then remember to hit that like button. And if you are new to this channel, then remember to subscribe as well as press the notification bell icon so that you will be the one getting notification when I will upload a new video. Alrighty, so you can see here I have a pretty clean new React TypeScript project. You can see it's TSX, and I have a separate video about React as well as separate video about React and TypeScript. Alright, so here we are, and we have a pretty empty React TypeScript project that I just created using create React application with template TypeScript, and I have a separate video about how to create those, how to deal with TypeScript and so on. So I hope you know it, or if not, you can go and check it out. I will put the link in the description. So let's go. As always, I would just like to clean everything from here. Why so? I don't know. It's my habit. Alright, so this is how the clean project looks. I just have a small description here. Here we go, and I deleted everything else. So we have index file here, which is rendering our application, and then we have application here. We also have a CSS, but I don't know if we will be using that or not. So to go with our approach today, let's create a component folder here. Components. Okay, so we have created a component here, and we will have all our components inside this. And to show you what I'm exactly planning to do, I have a simple design file. Okay, so this is a design, and this is what we will be coding. So this white represents our application component. And then there is a heading called hello, and then the name, and this name will be changed using this children. So this is first children, and then this is the second children. So this children component has an input field, a button, and then also a label for that, and here it just says label for children 1. We can give whatever label we want. Okay, and then here is an input field, and in this input field we will write whatever the name we want, and when we click change, it should change the name here in the parents component. Okay, so this is what the main thing that we are going to do in this video. This label here, which we have in the children 1, and then we will change this label from children 2. So they directly don't have any connection. However, they both are from the same parents. So we will change from here, and it will change. And also when we change something here, this name in the parents will be changed, and then the same name is also rendered here in the children too. Okay, it might sound confusing, but when we start doing it, you will understand. And also, I'm not going to take so much care about the input field, design, and everything, because this video is more about the concept. So let's go and let's have a parents component. We already have application. Let's have children 1 and children 2. Okay, so let's go here, and I'll just create a function component called children 1, and this is going to be React. Okay, so we have a children 1 component, and that's all we need for now. And similarly, we can copy paste this and then call this children 2 component, and then all we need to do, we just change the name here and also name here. All right, so with that, we have children 1, children 2, and then our main application. Let's first import our children here. So let's go here, and then children 2, and similarly, if we go here, children 1. So we have both of these components here. And then now, just like in our design, we need to have some heading here. So let's just go, and we can give it, and for now let's write everything hard coded. So we have hello Vikas, that's good. There was also comma, and then we have children 1 and then children 2. Okay, so let's go here and let's render children 1. Okay, now we have children 1, children 2, and everything rendered. Okay, so next thing, let's go and let's do a little bit of designing. So I will wrap it here in a class called children's. Okay, so that way we can just give a div flex, and then I will do some sort of coloring just to separate and to have idea, and I will be back. All right, so I'm done with the basic design. It doesn't look exactly as in the design, but the layout is similar, and also all the values at the moment are hard-coded. So first, let's go and let's define these names and pass the props in such a way that we'll get the name from parents to these children. Okay, and that's pretty straightforward. So first thing first, let's go to our children too. And then we are expecting some props here, and this is a TypeScript. So let's just go here and then let's just do prop type. You can additionally give the name children to prop type, that is also okay, but it really does not matter. So just give name, and that name we are expecting as a string. At the moment, that's all we need. Additionally, later we'll have something, and then let's give a type here, and then the type will be prop type. With that, we can already destructure things here, and we already have our name there, and then this name will be the same as the name we will be getting from parents. And now you will see we have a problem because we are not passing anything here, and then this name will be also the same name. So for that reason, let's go here and let's create a state, and we will have a state called name, and then we just say set name, and then we will use React, and then that will be use state, and here we will have initially the name will be Vikas. All right, we don't need that. Okay, so now let's go here. Instead of this, all I want is name here, and also here we need to pass something, and then the name will be same as name. Now if we save and if we go here, you see we have Vikas here and we have Vikas here, and this is pretty much straightforward. However, the next thing is how to change this name from these children. Okay, so let's handle that, and for that reason, let's go to our children1, and here also we will do basically the same thing. We will do prop type, and then here we will have a function, and this function will be on parents name change. You can give whatever you want the name, and this will be function, or additionally we can even define it such a way that, so this is taking name and that is a string, and then we can just do void for now. Okay, so this is a function that our this children1 component is expecting, and we will do the same thing, prop type. All right, with that we will be open for getting that, and then whenever we do something here we can use that, and then we can change. So with that, we'll have also a problem here, and it is saying that this prop is missing here, and we have to pass this there. Okay, so for that, all we can do is we can have the name function here, and then this function I can just do something like that, and then here I'm expecting name because that's what we are expecting, and then we have set name, and then I will just pass the name there. So the idea is we can also have this function separately here somewhere and then just call the function, but the idea is our children will call that, and you can see in children we are expecting name, and then it will send the name there. So that's what we are trying to do. And actually no, let's just do so that const handle name change, and then we can just have what the name argument here, and that should be string, and then whenever we have that we will pass whatever the name we will get in this function. And now we can use this function to change the name of this. Okay, and additionally, instead of using this function inside parents, we can also pass this name function here. And now when we are passing this function in children1, we can assess that function as a prop. So let's go here, and then what we can do, we can have on change. Let's just have a handle name function, So this function will also get name here. We can just write a string, and then what we can do, we can just call parents function on parents name change, and this is expecting a name, so we can pass the same name. Okay, so this might look a little bit confusing for you if you are not used to, so I will walk you through. Usually we have this setter, and we use this setter to change the name of this variable, which I'm sure you know already. If not, go and check my React beginning course. After that, you can directly use this setter function here directly, or in any input field, and then directly change the name. That is also okay, and we also do that often. However, for making this a little bit simpler, I'm using completely new function, and this new function actually does the same thing. So all it does is it takes argument, and then it calls this function and pass that argument. That's it, nothing more than that. However, this function now, instead of using inside the application, we can also use it here. If we have some input field here or something, we can use it here. However, we are passing this function as a prop to our children1. Okay, so that's all we did. So we basically have the same SS of this function also from the children. Okay, so here we are in the children. So in the children, we are getting it as a props. You can see we are restructuring here, and we are getting it, and this is because of TypeScript. So if you are not sure about it, how to destructure and all, I have a separate video about TypeScript, and I have done this. So here now we can directly call this function anywhere. We don't need to even have this kind of function. So but we want to attach that to our click handler here, so that's why we are doing it. So we have a button here, and then all I can do here is I can have on click, and then here I can just do handle. I can do something like this, and then I can do handle name, and then here I can pass, let's say, another name. Now if we go here, if I click this button here, okay, it doesn't show the cursor pointer. It's because of our CSS here. So I can just go here, and then I can do something like this. Okay, now here, so when I click here, it should change this name to another name, and since this will be changed, this will be also changed. Let's try. You see, this is changed and this is changed. Obviously this is not the practical case, because we actually want to have whatever typed here as the value, not this hard-coded value. But you can also do something like this. This is okay. Additionally, instead of having this function, what we can do, we can just have this function that we get from parents directly, and then do something here, and instead of name, let's say change name, and in that case we don't need this function at all. So now if I go here, if I refresh, initially we have Vikas. However, if I change it, you can see it's changed name. So we already changed the prop from children. However, I would also like to attach the on change input handler. So let's just go here, and let's just go handle name change, and then okay, so what we can do, we can have on change here, and all it does is handle name change. And then if we hover over here, we will get something, and it says this is input element change. So let's try and copy this so that we can have an event here. Okay, that's all good. So now if we go here, then what we can do, we can also have a prop level name here. So let's go here, and let's have a name. This is temp name, and then set temp name. You can give whatever name you want, and initially we can have it empty, or initially, yeah, we can have it empty, and then on change we can, okay, so we are having a warning here. So it says change event. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, Let's do so. Okay, now we don't have any warning. And then inside here, what we can do is we can do set temp name, and then we have event.target.value. So basically whatever we will type here, we will get there, and instead of this change name which we had hard coded, what we can do, we can pass this temp name. Additionally, we could also rename it as change name. So with this, if we go here, I will change the name now to YouTube, and if I change it, you see this is change, this is change. Let's go back and let's give it Facebook name here, and this is change and this is change. The next thing we want to do is the similar thing. Let's go in our design here. So we want this heading title to be changed from here. So for that reason, let's go in our parents function, and then here let's just go and let's create a variable so that it will be children1 heading, and then let's just have a setter here. Okay, and this will be also our React use state, and the initially let's just have this children's change parents name. This is our heading. Okay, and then we have to go to our children1, and now let's expect one more thing, and that is heading, and this is the string. All right, so now we can destructure it here, and instead of having this hard coded value, what we can do, we can have heading here. That's all good. Now we will get some problem, and then the problem is here we are not passing that, and we want to pass that, and that will be children1 heading. Okay, so now if we go back here, it's the same situation. Okay, now the next thing is we want to change this from our children2. Okay, so let's go also to children2, and then on children2 we have to do basically the same thing. So on parents name change, so let's just go here and let's call a function called on heading change. Yeah, parents heading change, although it's actually children's heading, but we can even give it on children1 heading change, and this will be also the same thing. We will be expecting this and void. All right, so this is all. Now we have this. Obviously we will get warning there. We'll handle that later. And then here also we will have on change, and this on change function need to do something. So we can copy the same thing from here. So let's just go here and then let's copy here. So instead of handle name change, let's just do heading change, and we will also need something, and then we can just say temp heading, and initially our heading was change parents name, or we can have empty here, and then let's just use this and let's have it here. So now we have all of those sorted out. Then handle heading change, that is also good. So next thing is we just need to call the function there on children change, and then we go here on click, and then we can do the same thing. So we can just call on can call this function here, and this expects something, and that's a name or heading, and we will just pass temp heading. All right, so that should be all good here. So the last thing remaining is, you see our children2 is complaining because we are not passing this. So this is the function we need to pass, and here we don't need to do anything. We can basically just use the same approach that we were using earlier, and that is this will be a function, and this function will take the name or heading, let's just call it heading, and then we have setter, and then we just have to pass the heading. Okay, so instead of creating a separate function like we did here, we are actually already wrapping this here, and I wanted to show you that, because why to waste a lot of time doing there. And now let's refresh here. So first thing, let's change the name to YouTube. Okay, this is changed, and now if I go here and if I type something and change it, this name should be changed. Let's see, new heading for children, and you see new heading for children. Okie dokie, that's all for today's video. Now you know how to pass the props between different children, how to change the props, and how to pass the function, and so on. And with this concept, you can go as deep as you want. However, always remember, if you don't have direct children, then you have to always find one step above into the parents and then pass things from there. And that's why there are different state management libraries such as Redux, Context, and so on, because when your application grows, it's really difficult to manage the states and props and function and so on. And that's why it's better to have some sort of management tool, management library, so that you don't have to deal with all the props this way. However, if you have a pretty teeny tiny small application, maybe going with Redux is unnecessary. In that case, you can manage it the way I showed you in this video. I also have a separate video explaining everything about Redux if you are interested about more on how to manage this kind of or even deeper level kind of state management. And there are a lot of other videos and examples in my channel which will explain you all different concepts. If all this sounds good, remember to smash the like button. If you enjoyed today's video, feel free to comment it out. And if you are new to this channel, or if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe, as well as hit the notification bell icon button so that you will get notification when I upload new video. With that being said, thanks for watching this video. Enjoy coding. Bye bye.